Hello everyone, welcome for today's video for DCO education. So we're going to learn about 7th grade, we're going to learn 7th grade maths, okay? So today we're going to do a fun maths video. It's going to be about a Roblox game called Maths Difficulty Chart Obby, and it's organized by grade level. So we're going to go over grade 7 to see a preview of what you're going to learn in 7th grade maths, okay? So the first question, this is question number 71. In the difficulty chart obby, and it is 21 divided by -3. So this is the question that they have. Okay, so we're gonna remove all this stuff for now. It's 21 divided by -3. So 21 divided by -3 over here. And so what you need to know is that a positive divided by a negative is equal to a negative. So this is the formula that we're going to be using for dividing this for 21 divided by -3. Okay? First, we need to know what 21 divided by 3 is. This is very important, so we're going to get 3 groups over here for 21 divided by 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, okay? Now we know that that's 7. But now you add the sign here. So the answer to question 71 of the Maths Difficulty Chart obby is -7. Time to delete it. Now this is a word problem. So you have 35, not 35. You have 39 cherries. Let's make that C. And you gave 7 to each of your friends. You still have 4. You still have 4 cherries left. This is you, by the way. Well, how much okay. Okay, let me start. I have 39 cherries, and right now you're gonna give 7. I'm gonna give 7 to each of your friends. How much friends do you have? So this is going to be F over here. So this is your equation. And also you have to keep in mind that you have 4. So this is you. F is how much friends you have, okay? You have 7, 14, 21. Let's see. Um, 28, 35, and then we have 39. So for this, that would mean you would have, that means that would mean that F is 5. And this one, this is basically a 3rd grade problem, okay? $90 divided by 9. Simple. It's mental maths. It's 10. And that was question number... it was question number 73. Yeah, this is a 3rd grade problem. I don't know why I think they would expect you to use long division, but long division is a little bit harder. But we will eventually have to learn it. And now we're going to learn about ratios. So the ratio is 1 and 8, okay? And there's 18 baskets, okay? The total amount of numbers here are 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So the ratio would be 2 and 16. So this is your final answer for question number 74. And delete that. Now question number 75. Salesperson sells 6 cars on a Monday and 14 cars on Tuesday. This is only 25% of the cars, okay? How much did the salesperson sell in that week? So 6 plus 14 is 20, and that's 25% of the sales, as it said in the problem. And this is a quarter, which a quarter, by the way, would be like this part that's shaded in right here. So that's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So really it's just 20 times 4, which, that's easy. That's mental maths, and that is 80. So the answer to 75 is 80. Simple. And now time for question 76, okay? Student earned 70% on a test. The test had 10 questions, okay? How much questions did a student miss? So first we're going to know how much questions did a student get right. They got 7 right, okay? So now 10 minus 7 is 3. And that's your final answer. And now we're going to do 1 and 2 step inequalities now. And we're not there yet because you guys are 7th graders, not... You guys have just started learning about 7th grade maths. Or you're trying to learn 7th grade maths right now. So, we're just going to show like this simple example. (2x) times 3 equals minus 1. Okay? Put the line down the middle. Oh wait, that's not. Okay, I'm trying, you know what, I messed up on the, it's not multiplication, this is addition. So 2x plus, this is what I meant to say plus 3 is equal to negative 1. Okay, put the line down the middle. We subtract 3 from both sides. Trying to figure out what x is. So this is obviously 0. So you just bring 2x down. That's equal to negative 4. 2x is equal to negative 4. So now we're going to turn that into 2x equals negative 4. Turn that into a different equation. Put the line down the middle. We put the line down so it's divided by 2. We're trying to solve for x over here. So x is negative. So a negative divided by a positive equals a negative. So what's half of 4? It's 2, okay? So, which means a half of 4 is negative 2. Which means the answer for x is negative 2. So that's your answer for question number 77. Simple 2-step equations. Also learn a little bit of this in 8th grade as well, so just something to let you know. Okay, so now there's a circle, okay? The area is 36 pi. And we need to find the formula, okay? Formula is pi times r to the power of 2, which is basically times r, okay? So I found some notes that could help you because when I was in 7th grade, I only learned finding the area. I didn't learn the opposite. So we're going to try finding the opposite. So first, the area over here is... Wait, that's the wrong number. The area is 36 pi. I don't know why I can't just put the number. Well, anyways, that is 103.1, like, that's, it's not exact, but it's similar. So it's basically 113.1. Okay, we're going to use that for a number. So 113.1 is roughly equal to pi times r times r. Okay, this is important. So here we have the radius. It's equal to the square root of 113.1 divided by pi. And that is, which means the radius is roughly equal to 3.385. And that's your answer. It's a little bit more complicated than it needed to be, but that's what I found on a video. Why? Because we did the opposite direction when I was in school only. We're not going to learn this for 7th grade maths, but basically we're going to do the reverse of this. This is a little bit complicated. I don't think this is really 7th grade level in my opinion. This is probably for a little bit of a slightly higher grade, so maybe like 1 or 2 grades up, maybe. So we're going to head to the next question. So now we're going to do question 79 now. The second last question. So you split a right angle, okay? It's a little bit bent over here. I can't draw lines that straight on a computer. And one angle has a measure of 48 degrees. We're going to have a variable for the other angle. So that variable is going to be v degrees. And first we have to know how much degrees is a right angle, because this can help you, okay? A right angle is 90 degrees, okay? So now it's very simple, okay? Just 90 degrees minus 48 degrees. Oh my gosh. And by the way, that's a 1. So this is 10 minus 8, that's 2. 8 minus 4, that's 4. Which means that v degrees is equal to 42 degrees. And this is your answer over here. And now we're going to go on to our final question, which is question 80 over here. So we're going to do the LCM, or lowest common multiple, of two numbers, 21 and 125. The two numbers that are... Okay, yeah, this is not 7th grade level. The results are pretty wild. Anyways, we're just going to do a step-by-step solution just so you guys can learn what that is. So 125 would be like 5 times 5 times 5, which equals 5 to the power of 3, okay? And that's prime factorization right there, which is pretty important to learn. And combine prime factors, so LCM 21 and 125 over here. It's equal to 3 times 7 times 5 to the power of 3. Which in turn is equal to 3 times 7 times 125. Which 21 times 125, which, by the way, that's going to be super time consuming and it would take too long for this video. So, I'm just going to show you the answer. 2,625. I don't think many of us know how to do multiplication that wild. That would be very time consuming. We do not have time to work on that. So, that's it for today. For doing all the questions in the maths difficulty chart obby. So, which if you want to check out the game on Roblox, it's a pretty fun activity if you want to practice your maths or while doing something fun at the same time. If you like obbies and you want to practice maths, it's a really good choice to do. I sometimes play it from time to time. It's pretty fun. And I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!